The following program is brought to you by Pizza Productions.
Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of the podcast that no one listens to. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, Kevin Porter. We are back with an all-new episode this week. How's everybody doing? I mean, last week kind of was a little bit up in the air. If you guys don't remember how we ended last week, not necessarily knowing what was going on with the show and where we stood with the show at that point. Luckily enough, everything worked out. I went in the next day and I was able to verify that our iTunes account was up and running. No problems whatsoever there. The people at Podbean, they're like, hey man, your episodes on the Podbean app, they're all fixed, man. I go, and they weren't fixed. I kindly asked them to open another help desk ticket. They totally did. My good friends in India, they totally did. And by Friday, everything was back up and running. So I just want to, thank you listeners out there for all of your patience. I want to thank podbean.com for your excellent service. Money well worth spent, ladies and gentlemen. Use their text, help center if you need that. But yeah, no, we are back. Thank you guys again, just for dealing with that. I mean, everything came out today. It was supposed to be besides the Dragon Ball Z Happy Fun Time Hour podcast. But hey, we had like a major drop of media last week. This all last Thursday, so it was a good Thursday. I appreciate everybody's support on that, and I guess that's we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with an all new episode. We are on episode 43. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to that year. We're getting close to that 1 year mark. So speaking of a new year, we always like to make resolutions. We like to do new things when it comes to hitting that 1 mile mark. So I just wanted to announce that, here on what kind of network do we have? Do we have a network name on this shit? We have two podcasts on here. The Kevin Porter Network. No, that's stupid. No one wants to hear that. You got Pizzot Productions. So there's that. The Pizzot. Whatever network, we got a working name here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I should put show notes together, before I record this, instead of just recording this off the cuff. But I mean, that's why you listen, though. You listen because we just bring it to the table, ladies and gentlemen. We just bring it to the table, 1, 2, 3, and this is what you get. So yeah, we're announcing a new podcast that's coming to our network. The Completely Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast, featuring myself and my good friend Cody, which you met Cody on the episode that he was featured on, uniquely titled The Completely Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast. So we're going to take that, and we're still working in terms of a time frame. I think ultimately the goal is with this podcast, we want to go weekly. Every Wednesday would be awesome, considering you got SmackDown on Tuesdays and Monday Night Raw on Mondays. So that would optimally be the best thing, but with Kevin Porter not having the fucking myself, I'm not gonna go third person. That's stupid. With myself not having the internet out here, it kind of puts a damper in terms of being able to go on Skype. And the good news is about public places, I can go somewhere, and luckily enough, let's just put it this way. Okay, about a year ago or so, I bought these really nice headphones for playing video games and stuff. So I had a really nice set of headphones. So they're like 3D headphones. So you turn your head and the sound is just all surround sound built in. It's like you're in the game and stuff. And it's built in for those VR headsets or whatnot. So I bought one of those about a year ago. And I play video games, but I don't know. Did I justifiably need those headphones for the amount of money I spent on it? I mean, I could easily just, gotten... But, I've learned my lesson, though, with headphones. Is I've done that in the past, though, I guess. I totally have spent the $20 on the cheapest pair of headphones, but, those tend to break down within, 4-6 months, something like that. So ultimately, for something like that, and especially if you use it a lot, I mean, it can definitely be worth, spending the extra added cash to get a decent pair of headphones. So anyway, I buy these and I'm playing video games and, with my friends and stuff. And that come September, I lose the internet. So right now it's like, it's cool to put them on like when you're watching a movie, because then you can like have surround in your ears on those headphones. So that's pretty cool. You can plug it into the PlayStation controller. But so I lose the internet. So honestly, I don't really use them that often. But now I am doing podcasting all the time, and it's like, okay, cool. Well, maybe for this podcast specifically, I would need to use Skype or something of that nature to record over. So I don't necessarily have to be with that person specifically at that moment. We all know like that's the best type of podcast, but ultimately, not every episode you may be able to record once a week in person. So I have this really badass headphone. So I'm just saying, like, I could just go hit up a Starbucks, get a cup of water or some black coffee, because that's what I've been drinking lately. I love black coffee right now. Put a little bit of almond milk in it every once in a while, but mainly in the mornings. I don't know. It's like weird. I could just easily bring my own creamer with me to work or whatever, but at the same time, I like the black coffee that they have at work. I don't mind drinking that. I don't know. You get like a little bit of a jump from it. Just like, wah! Start going and stuff. But that's good, clean fun right there, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the American way. So yeah, there's that going. So we're going to be rolling that out there, but kind of like the working idea that I have currently. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's doable. I think we could do once a week if I just show up at a Wi-Fi place. But ultimately, if things change, we'll make the announcement and we'll just do We'll do 2 episodes a month, and we'll do an episode rounding out going into the pay-per-view for that month. So whether it be Backlash, Money in the Bank, Judgment Day, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, and this Sunday it's WrestleMania. Whether it be any of those, we'll do a episode. Give me predictions and whatnot going into the pay-per-view, and then we'll record an episode the Sunday after, right immediately after the conclusion of the said pay-per-view. We'll give our thoughts and opinions, and that'll probably come out on a Monday. So, either way, either you're going to get 5 episodes a month or you're going to get 2. So we're going to see. We're going to work this one out. Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Life has been great considering last week. I mean, we kind of came out of March. March was not necessarily the best month. It felt like with March, it was just kind of what's going on here, guys? Yeah, it was just an off month. There was a lot of things that happened, but being a positive person with that PMA, you really had to tackle it every moment of every day. You really gotta just tackle. And come at it strong, and don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to tackle the situation and stuff, and embrace the situation. And you can totally learn from any harmful situation like that. And it's not saying it was a harmful situation, but it was just a series of events here and there that kind of caused it to not necessarily be the best month. I don't know, man. So I'm just saying, coming into April, as of this last Monday, I was like, dude, it's Monday. Well, actually, no, it wasn't this last Monday, but it was the previous Monday. I came out of March just totally amped up and ready to go. I don't know, was that this past Monday? No, I guess it was. Yeah, this last Monday was April the 2nd. It's like April the 5th or 6th. I'm not looking at a calendar. It's the 5th, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know. I just, I came at it. I'm like, all right, man, 100% at work, 100% into the podcast, 100% into what I'm concentrating on at this point, 100% into family. It's just like, we can do this. Like, this is what life is. These are the challenge. This is real life video games, ladies and gentlemen. These are the types of things that you have to conquer and just wonder about, and have to, you just spread your wings, and you spread your wings and fly, as, who's that? R. Kelly? It was like, spread your wings and fly. Like, I'm not too sure. It was on the Space Jam soundtrack, right? It totally was. I totally heard that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to stay positive. Like I said, we got a new podcast coming out, so totally can check that out on Friday. So going into WrestleMania, I know that's what I said I was going to talk about last week, but like, yeah, it's just been, I've been putting it off, announcing it and whatnot, because, it's just like, oh, okay, well, we'll wait till we record the first episode. So first episode's being recorded, actually, we'll peek behind the curtains just a little bit, after I record this. I'm recording this before I record that, so, but this comes out before, that does, it'll come out on Friday. So, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. What do we talk about? What do we talk about? I bought the new Star Wars movie. I got The Last Jedi. I watched it. We probably watched it a good 3 to 4 times this weekend. Not necessarily paying attention. Obviously, sitting down and like every little knick-knack and detail. But we definitely rewatched it, and it was, and I'm not going into spoilers, but I'll just kind of just give my general feeling on it. It was like I liked it. I liked the movie. I thought it was good. But, like I feel like I'm like not that hard to impress though when it comes to movies. It's like I hear my friends and I hear people and they're like, oh, so critical of this and that, and I don't know. Maybe it's certain things. I don't know, but I don't know. I mean there are some times when I generally don't like a movie, but most of the time I can find something to enjoy out of it. I mean, fuck, I watch pro wrestling. I mean, come on, you got to sit through some garbage to get to the gold when it comes to that. Sometimes we all know that one. Even though professional wrestling is at a peak in terms of just like the match quality and just the amount of opportunities that are out there for professional wrestlers, and there's certain things but that it's not that good. But again, you do find those good things. But yeah, so I watched The Last Jedi. It was fun. It was a fun movie, and I totally recommend it. 2 thumbs up from Kevin Porter. I said I wasn't gonna do third party, but what you gotta understand about this podcast is like sometimes I'm gonna be like my like normal real self, just like I'm gonna sit here and have a conversation with you, and this is how it would be. But sometimes like just for shits and giggles, we amp it up, and it's Kevin Porter at that point. Because most people know that shit about me. I don't know. I probably talked about it at some point on a previous episode, but like, I technically Kevin Porter isn't my last name. I think most people know that by now because you see it on my Facebook because I changed it. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons behind that. I mean, my dad necessarily wasn't the, I don't know, he wasn't the, I don't know, the most attentive parent. I don't know. He had his reasons. I don't know exactly what those reasons were, but I think alcohol played a major part. So that's one of the reasons why I don't drink alcohol anymore. But nonetheless, I always, and I credit Eric Smested for, pointing this out to me years ago. But like with Kevin Porter, that's a complete alias. It's just like, it's an alias, but it's not an alias, obviously. But like, people are like, who's Kevin Porter? It's like, Kevin Porter's not necessarily a real person. I remember one time I was in high school, and I was there was this place called the Zone back when we were teenagers. So we're going back like 2001, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, probably about that. Those 2000 to 2004. I think it was open until like I know we shot one of our first, like the first year that we were doing Spin This with Kevin Porter, like back in like 2005. We recorded there. We recorded a two-headed chain show there. So I know we had footage on our show being there. So that place was open till then, about 2006 or something. And somebody can correct me. Maybe we'll get some fan mail, and it'll be an awesome interaction between myself and you. But correct you. Nah, it was 2008, Kevin Porter. Jeez, I don't know. I stopped. Well, no, I didn't stop hanging out there. I still hung out. Anyway, we're moving too far along. Okay, so this place used to be open for a lot of people to go commit a lot of debauchery. I don't know. I'm not going to be like, oh, it was a positive place. Not necessarily saying it was not positive, because I feel like I gained a lot of relationships out of that place and whatnot. But sometimes that's where kids went and drank and smoked pot and smoked cigarettes. When your parents wouldn't necessarily probably. My mom didn't say anything to me, but I'm sure other people's parents weren't necessarily aware of the situation. Even my mom probably didn't know the whole situation. I don't know. So anyway, we were behind this establishment this one evening, and we were doing something. And like as soon as we were done, we were like in this like it's kind of like a stairwell thing with a doorwell, I guess is what you can call it. um, we're proceeding to walk out, and I could just see it down the road. This is the corner of my eye. I saw the car. I saw the cop, and as soon as like I just instantly, I'm like, all right, speed walk. Like you gotta fucking speed walk. Like, so as long as you don't turn your back and like and like acknowledge the cop's presence. Like as long as I'm not like, oh shit, it's the cops. As long as he didn't see, like I just knew it was a cop because as soon as I saw it at the corner of my eye, you're turning, and and you just see the light turn on, and you're just like, fucking cops, and you're like, I was like 17 and shit, and so like I knew what we were doing, and so I just start speed walking, man. And like I got around the first corner, and I almost got around the second corner on the Yakima Ave, but then I just hear, hey! Oh, I'm sorry to scream in your fucking ears, but hey, and I'm like, fucking, oh shit, damn it. And so, of course it's Yakima's finest police officer right there. And so I turn around, he's like, get back here, da, 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 da. And so it's like, oh man, it smells like Cheech and Chong back in that alley right there. And you guys, what's up guys? And we're like, nothing, we're just hanging out smoking cigarettes. And like, it was three of us. There was me and two of my other friends. I was, I'm not going to say their names probably. It was Mike Yost and Edwin. It was those two guys. So, whatever. They tell you the fucking story anyway. It's a funny story. So we, was it Mike Yost? No, it was me. No, Mike Yost. Okay, no. Yeah, Mike Yost was hanging out with us earlier in the night at my house, and then we left and went to the zone, and it was my friend Bo and Edwin that were there. Yeah, okay, cool. So, anyway, getting back to the story. So the cops put us up against the wall. They make us, do the search, the pat down, and, luckily enough, being a poor 17-year-old, I'm not going to have anything on me. I don't even think I had cigarettes on me at the time or something. I don't fucking know, but they didn't find anything on me. They didn't find anything on Edwin, and they didn't find anything on Bo either. And so, fucking, they are just like, well, it smells like Cheech and Chong out there, but, fuck. We have nothing on these guys. Fuck. Because nobody had anything specifically. Well, my friend Edwin had his pack of cigarettes, but whatever said evidence had gone missing. So totally got off on that, and they were just like, all right, well, we're gonna take you home. And so they this is where my name part comes into play. Because I don't actually have an ID, at this point, because I'm like 17. I was like 17 or 16 or something. I think I was 17. And so I'm sitting in the back of the cop car. And the cop comes up to me, and I'm giving him my name like Kevin Vold. Like, my name is Kevin Vold, because legally in the record, that's what my name is. So that's what my driver's license currently, states and whatnot. In Porter hyphenated Vold. By the time I got to high school, I actually hyphenated Vold, even though that was my legal last name. That's how much I didn't give a fuck about my relationship with my father at that point. And justifiably so, ladies and gentlemen. So that's my fun story. I guess that's the ending. Oh, get Porter, So anyway, it was fine. The greatest part is my, oh, what was it? Oh yeah, that's right. So the cops take me home. And my mom is sleeping at that point. And so I wake her up, and I'm like, Mom, the fucking cops gotta talk to you. Like, I got caught smoking weed out beyond the zone. And she's like, because those are the types of noises that she would make whenever you'd wake her up. She'd always like have this like sleep terror type thing. So it was never fun waking my mom up, because she'd always get so angry. She'd get fucking angry. It's like, Mom, come on, calm down. Calm down, the cops are at the door. Fucking Mom, get your shit together right now, Mom. Fucking garbage, man. So she gets up and goes to the door and is like, hello, my name is Joanne Porter. Yes, you have my son, Kevin Vold. Yes, he does go by Porter. Okay, so that story is fucking validated. Yes. Oh, you caught my son smoking marijuana? Are you fucking serious? Kevin, are you fucking kidding me right now? You were smoking fucking weed behind the fucking zone? Officer, let me assure you, this will never happen again. Mark it on myself as to be a responsible parent, and I guarantee you, he will never do this again. You know, ma'am, we need more parents like you. That's what the officer was saying, right? We need more parents like you out there. We need people that are just gonna cramp down on their kids and, and teach them marijuana's a bad thing. Okay, this guy did there. He actually won the essay back in 1997 for DARE in saying that no to drugs, right? That's the feed, right? That's what the kids say no to drugs. Totally so. Yeah, thank you for your time, Mrs. Porter. My mom just like slams the fucking door, and just like fucking smiles at me, and she's like, "Don't ever be fucking stupid, and don't get caught again." So I guess that's my my fun story about Kevin Porter and Kevin Vold and having aliases there. Hopefully that ate some fucking time up, man. I mean, got the networks on me again. My network. I own my own network, but hey, man, people still want to go out there and tell me what to do. I don't know. We tried that bit before. That bit sucks. Let's not worry about that. But I don't even know, man. I gotta go here soon to go record the completely unnecessary wrestling podcast, episode uno. So that's gonna be out on Friday. You guys can always check us out. We released Yakima Public Access Underground last week, which I already currently have 3 copyright strikes against me for other various music that Brandon Allen had put in there that we never got fucking... One of them got dropped, and we're still waiting for the verdict on the other 2. So, check out those episodes on YouTube. Funny how it was only actually the copyright strikes are on our YouTube, but you can go to our Facebook page, and this is Kevin Porter, and you can check those out there. Definitely need to get them on my website. I just haven't done it yet. I need to start editing that thing. You guys need to start going to the Spin This Kevin Porter website. I think I'm gonna redevelop that. I mean, we could change the name and hopefully not fuck everything up on this one, ladies and gentlemen. So no, it'll be spinthiswithkp or something.com. We're gonna shorten the shit out of that. So we're gonna start working on that more. Like I announced last week, Spin This with Kevin Porter's coming back. Definitely want to keep reminding everybody of that shit. Very importantly, kind of just skip over Spin This with Kevin Porter, but last weekend, we've mentioned this. Brandon Allen's been on the podcast here previously. You guys totally need to get on the Craigslist. I know it sounds weird, right? It sounds weird, but you gotta go there and under casting calls, you are able to submit your resume for last weekend. So it's very important that we turn out. I've already heard this casting call actually went out here in Yakima, also in Seattle, and I don't know, maybe Portland. I'm not sure. I know at least Yakima and Seattle, and a lot of people are replying. It's a very professional looking ad. This is definitely going to be something to be a part of. Definitely if you're into acting. So we encourage all of you out there, all you listeners, get your acting on, man. Go be in a movie. It's really fun. I may see you down there. So we got that going on. But yeah, Spin This with Kevin Porter is coming back. Again, we haven't actually had an official meeting outside of, all right, let's do this again. We got fucking shit to do. Again, we got to fucking push that. It's just another thing this summer that we have to, push forward with. And, I don't think we're doing we're not going back to the old format, or doing studio and shit, which I know the last 2 episodes we did back in 2014, those were just sketch comedy. We could finally transition and eliminate that studio portion. And we would start sketch comedy, which, who's to say? We may play around with the format. I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely looking to, ramp up production. So that's another thing. Hey, man, I'm already getting people hitting me up, dude, wanting to be on the show. So definitely, if you want to be an extra, you got to fucking send us an email. So definitely hit us up there as well. Again, the network is growing, ladies and gentlemen. We have fucking 3 podcasts to look forward to now, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Dragon Ball Z Happy Fun Time Hour podcast, hosted now exclusively by Jameson is Jory. As you could hear on yesterday's episode, Jory and Jameson had so much fun doing that, and honestly, it takes it off my shoulders. It's funner to let kids do it. I mean, I don't need to be on that, and that's their thing. And they're gonna entertain you. They're probably gonna entertain you more than I'm entertaining you. It's like I thought it was hilarious. Like, I laughed editing that podcast yesterday, and it was great. It was great. So I strongly encourage you that. Then, you got me and Cody bringing it, for some for all you wrestling nerds out there. Anybody that's a wrestling nerd or interested in pro wrestling, you want to hear our takes, totally check us out. The Completely Unnecessary Wrestling Podcast, because Lord knows there are a million wrestling podcasts out there, and we're literally just shoving one more into the hate, man. So subscribe. Well, it's all in one feed, so you're already subscribed. So whoa, check that shit out. Maybe we should get separate feeds. I don't know. That sounds like more money. I don't have a lot more money to spend on this shit. So hey, anybody out there that wants to sponsor this shit and help us out and expand the fuck out of this, I will promote the shit out of your stuff, man. If you have a specific script, if you just want me to freestyle it, man, hey, totally send us an email. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess that's it for this week, right? I mean, Spin This with Kevin Porter, the podcast that no one listens to, man. Dude, we gotta do something special here for this 1 year anniversary, man. 52 episodes is coming up, man. It's coming up. It's coming up, dude. Oh, dude, totally. Just last note. I know. I apologize for always talking about my weight and all that shit and like the exercise and shit. Like by this point, it's just life. I'm gonna do it every day. It's not something that I'm planning on stopping anytime soon. But just I was looking through my app today that I keep track of my calories, and I don't know. I had to take a moment this morning and just kind of like, I don't know, and like reflect on it. I don't know, maybe just one more. I mean, the work's not done, but like it just like the one more major time to realize, fucking just how much I've truly fucking accomplished in the last year. And again, I'm not trying to toot my fucking own horn, but and I really try not to be like egotistical about this shit. I'm not trying to look at, hey, look at fucking Kevin Porter. I mean, dude, it's nice to get the attention, but at the same time, man, this is just helping me because when I started this podcast, a lot of it was just me, using this as a platform in a sense to, just say what I want, but also, as my own self-expression and shit. So if I want to, talk about, losing weight and shit, maybe, help motivate somebody else out there. Because, dude, honestly, like whenever I've looked at anybody else out there that I've seen, kind of, talking about their own fitness journey and whatnot and detailing that and like, oh, dude, down 10 pounds. And I know some people out there are probably like, kind of assholes about it and like, oh, well, fuck this guy. I've never done that with anybody else out there that I've seen out of my friends that have done and gone on this journey. So it's just, I guess all I'm trying to say is like, I always use that as motivation for myself. So I'm hopefully providing that to somebody out there that is totally looking to, lose some fucking weight. I mean, you just gotta do it. Just gotta do it, man. But nonetheless, getting back to like, because initially, going back to kind of like, people talking about their fitness journey, I listened to it's a free plug for these guys, but it's Jerry Ferrara's podcast that he does. It's Bad for Business, and it's him and his wife, and it's been out for like 3 or 4 years at this point. They're not necessarily putting new episodes out every week, but it's just because they're busy and shit, and sometimes you get busy. But going back to like listening to his, Turtle from Entourage and shit, listening to his journey, it's just like, I always kind of just identified with that, and like I just using that episode, I used that for inspiration to help me, keep moving along my journey. Okay, I failed this week when it came to fucking eating, tacos. Oh no. So you know what I mean? Like every time you fail, you pick yourself back up and you keep moving forward and you try to build yourself up. You try to build yourself stronger. So anyway, with listening to that episode, that helped me. So I went back because I listened to it throughout the years because this episode came out like in 2016. So in like May of 2016 when I first heard it, actually when it first came out, because I've been listening to the podcast for a good couple years at this point. I always go back to that because it always, if I lost energy, lost motivation, I would use it as a tool, basically, just to get myself going, because it was a very positive story. And to hear that, it's like I kind of identify in the sense, that, just hitting 30, needing, I didn't take care of myself during my 20s, man. Like, fuck, dude. Oh shit, I have friends that are dying around me now. Like, this is the age where this shit starts kicking in. So I had enough scares within my life, obviously, to scare me to like, okay, this is shit that we need to concentrate on. Okay, Rome wasn't built in over fucking nights. We're just gonna keep pursuing this. Need to quit the smoking. Need to quit the fucking drinking, and we need to lose weight. Those were like the 3 main things that were on the forefront of my mind for a long fucking time. So I would use this as a fucking tool, and I would I went back to it last night, and it was the first time I listened to it, probably in like over a year not necessarily a year, probably like I may have listened to it like last summer or some shit. I don't know. I don't think I want to say maybe it was like about a year ago, maybe like May, or it wasn't like it's been a while since I've listened to that episode. And like listening to it again, I was like, thinking back to when I first heard it, and I was like, oh, that part that I was like, man, I wish one day I could fucking, totally, I can wear that shirt that used to not fit me ever. It had no business wearing back in the day, but now it's like, oh wow, this is actually too big for me now. Like, I need to get smaller pants. Like, I need to buy smaller shirts. Like, oh shit, like this actually happened. Like, and reflecting on it, because you kind of daydream about it. You're like, oh man, if I can achieve this goal, we're in business, man. And like, I was like, fuck, that was 2 years ago that came out, man. I was like, and I just reflected like on literally the last 4 years of my life, and just how it's been just one step after step after step after step after step of taking leaps and bounds in terms of changing my body, changing my physical health, and quite frankly, I credit the inspirations around me, and ultimately I give that credit to God, and that's where I prayer, and within just the things that are around me that I believe isn't necessarily coincidental. It's there for a reason. You're able to take all that, and you're able to achieve these goals. And just reflecting on that, I was like, oh wow, I first started trying to quit smoking. It'll be 4 years in October, so it's been 3.5 years since that first run where I was like, okay, I think I can do this, and I would quit for a week, and then I would quit for another week, and then I would quit for 2 weeks, and and eventually getting to the point where I quit for 5 months, and then over a year span of time, again, a couple weeks here, a couple. I never admitted fucking defeat with cigarettes, man, because I knew, like, and I give credit to Jessica too, like I'll fucking throw that in there 100%, because without her on me, in the beginning, I don't know if I would have ever quit smoking cigarettes. So I really truly give her a lot of thanks and appreciation and love for that. I don't know. So like within that span, and then finally, we're at the point now where I haven't smoked a cigarette. I technically quit smoking in November of 2016, so we're coming up on 2 years, but within over that time frame, it's just crazy. And then ultimately, like, the only reason I quit smoking cigarettes 100% is because I quit drinking finally. And once drinking was out of the way, I was like, because I never have a problem not smoking like sober. Like if I was drinking, that was always the hardest fucking part. And there were times when I could go get shit faced and be fine. Like I wouldn't smoke because it'd be on my mind to be like, at that point, I'm like just building my body up, and then like I just had one of those where you know how it is, man. Like if you're a drinker, like you just it's just hard, like, because you just one drink turns into two, and by the before you're stumbling a little bit here and there, and you just put yourself in situations that aren't fucking good. And at that point, just recently turned 31-year-old, I was basically coming off 30, and I'm having all these changes going on around me anyway. It's just I finally got it, and it's just like, why am I doing this? Like my family has a history of fucking alcoholism. I basically saw a family member just about die from alcoholism within that time frame. Thankfully, again, that person is alive and well, and is definitely been on the track to recovery. So again, a lot of prayer went into that situation there too. So I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, a lot of things happened to push me to the point where it was like, fuck alcohol. Like, I don't want to drink anymore. And it was like never like really like I never like made a fucking Facebook post like, guys, I'm quitting drinking. Da, da, da. It wasn't like really anything I made public or anything. It was just kind of like, fuck it, I just don't want to drink, and and to be honest, I'll be 100% honest. I mean, if me and Jessica, like, we've been together for 15 fucking years, and we've had a lot of ups and fucking downs through our relationship. And within the most recent years, especially within this 4-year period, like whenever we did fight, it typically was over fucking drinking. Like it was typically about being out too fucking late with your friends and da 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 da. And not saying anything bad happened, but I mean, just still the fact that like coming home wasted, and that's not really cool, man. Especially when you're like late 20s, going into your 30s. And that's not cool. It's not fucking cool to your kids. It's not fair to your fucking kids. It's not fair to your wife. It's not fair to anybody to be, doing that and, taking away precious time that you should be spending with your fucking family. So yeah, once and it was really weird too, because like it was all in the same night. Because like I remember like last year, right before I went on this fitness kick, it was the same night that I quit drinking, or the last night I drank. I'd seen a picture of myself like in this like group photo, and I knew I was fat. I'm not say fat, but I was gaining all the wrong weight, like it was coming from cheeseburgers, and this is coming from fucking like fast food, and this is coming from fucking, it wasn't. I didn't look pretty. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Like it was fucking disgusting to myself. It was just really that seeing that photo that night, that same night I quit drinking, was just a catalyst in terms of just like, fuck, I look horrible. And then I did a play like a couple weeks before where I had to get in my fucking, underwear and shit. Like that's fucking gross, dude. Like fuck, man. It's it's just like, fuck, did I really let myself go this bad? And I did. And so anyway, getting back to this whole reflection and shit, I'm going back through my app and stuff, and it takes me back to all the dates that I log a new weight, because I weighed myself today, and like I instituted like a new workout routine, more or less, by what's the word? I'm starting to do weights now this week, so I'm doing a lighter cardio and I'm lifting weights, and it's the first time I've really dedicated myself to that. So like, and I'm eating really clean. Like I'm trying to eat really clean. Beginning this week and stuff. Like it's a power of positivity. PMA, motherfuckers, do well. This is life now. This is fucking life. Everyday fucking life for myself is this now. So I'm going back last night after listening to that podcast. It was actually this morning, and I saw that on April 25th of 2017, I weighed myself. I logged in at 210 fucking pounds. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, oh, it's been maybe, because I knew it was coming up to a year of like starting this journey, and like, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, and it really started sinking in. I was like, fuck, dude, I really lost like 40 fucking pounds in less than a year. Like, holy shit. And I'm still losing weight. Like, this isn't ending. Like, I'm still fucking kicking ass. And it's, fuck. You sit back. That drive to work this morning was like really, like, I didn't have the radio on. I just thought about it. And I was just like fucking dwelled on it. And I was very, very fucking thankful for life and just in general. So, I know everybody has their own beliefs, but I believe in God. And I give thanks to God for that. I'm very appreciative for life and everything. And the moments that we are able to spend with the family and shit, don't fucking waste those moments, ladies and gentlemen. I urge you not to ever waste those moments. So, I don't know, man. Pretty much that's it. I mean, so, dude, when I hit major milestones, that's why I'll try to bring it up. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick bringing that shit up. But again, like I said, I'm trying to fucking inspire people. I'm trying to help anybody out there that's like similar to myself and actually takes, positivity from a situation rather than a bunch of fucking negativity. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have too much negativity in our fucking life. Life is too short. Spend it happy, work hard, put the time in, and you'll fucking reap the benefits. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kevin Porter. This is the podcast that no one listens to. And we will see you next time. America! This podcast is brought to you by Piz Off Productions. Copyright 2018. Make sure to check out all new episodes of the podcast that no one listens to every Thursday. That's on iTunes and Podbean.com. Also check out all new episodes of the Dragon Ball Z podcast Happy Fun Time Hour every Wednesday. Also on iTunes and Podbean.com. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time.